right, let's get to it. Welcome to this wonderful evening. And just make sure that there's another option for our chatters, which is the lurk. If you have an exclamation mark and type lurk, you can crawl into the safety of your den, and we know that you're not watching, but you're still giving us the points and heads up. Alright, so that's for the new stuff. We're here today together with RedOneArt. Of course, we're going to draw something from Descent into Avernus. Take it away,
Hey, hello,
RedOneArt.
Sansji. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome to TTRPG Art Talks. My name is Petra, and indeed, we're gonna draw something. But first, before we start, Sansji, I want to address that your background, I love it, that you're starting with a color in the background.
Oh yeah, just wanted to try some stuff out.
I think it's a good idea. Love it. And it also gives a little bit of the feel what we're gonna do tonight. Because last time we did something very happy. We talked about Jabaz with his
Bearded Dolly.
Yeah, with the lovely Dolly. But today we're gonna do a total different approach, and we're going to the little bit of the dark side of it, because we're gonna draw a Night Blade today.
You know, dark side.
Immediately recognize. So, but where do we find this Night Blade? Well, we find it in the public bathhouse, what we talked about last time. But last time we arrived at the bathhouse at daytime. We talked about that you could hold a session with your party, only doing there a lot of stuff, as there's a lot to learn about the characters of your party just going to a public bathhouse. For this session, we're going at midnight. At nighttime, the public bathhouse is closed for visit, so your characters have to be a little bit creative to go inside. As the gate at first is closed and locked. It depends on the DM. You can also open it as just having a heavy gate. But you get a little bit of saying that this bathhouse, which we described last time, is very luxurious for a bathhouse, for a public one at least, and it's being taken care of by one of the higher families in the city. I think it's a very interesting idea to also make the gate and the walls around it like something that could also come from a higher class. So that one is locked. If you are going in there from dawn to midnight, from midnight to dawn, other side, they can encounter 3 human Night Blades there. They stand guard near the pools, and they attack anyone on sight. This is very important because it also sort of gives what they are. Because Night Blades are followers of Baal. For the ones who don't know, Baal is the god of murder, who lends power to those who killing invokes fear and dread. Because that's all that he wants. He's not just want somebody to kill another person, because I think that maybe he thinks that that's just boring. He wants to fear that that lives could be over at any moment. That's what he wants.
I'm just instilling fear into the mind to gain more followers. The yada yada, I'm the supreme bad guy, obey me type of stuff.
Yes, and that's indeed it, because he's sometimes
But that's D&D
he's
lore.
also very arrogant, because he's one of the dead 3, he thinks himself sometimes even better than Bane and Merkel, where we're probably gonna talk about later in another other episode. But Baal, for example, is a fish as well, who enjoys killing people in gruesome ways. Because, you can be creative in that.
I guess he would, if you'd compare some recent days, sorry for the interruption, you'd probably say he's the one who's demanding snuff videos. Don't go look those things up, please, no, don't ruin yourself.
And Baal seeks to inspire fear by slaying those seemingly beyond the reach of death. So that's also where his love for fear and paranoia of that comes from, because his followers would also go to extremes to kill those who are seemingly unkillable.
They would make excellent vampire hunters.
Yes, actually they would probably, indeed.
I mean, if they finally did something and got over their butts, and rather than hollering at random people.
But what makes followers of Baal very interesting is that that Baal lends them some properties. For low-ranking cultists of Baal that are called Night Blades, what we're gonna draw today, they are blessed with dark vision and superior stealth. But next to that, they are blessed by an aura around them that makes people and other creatures, I think, I have to check it up. Even all creatures, so there's not a difference in humanoids and creatures, what you sometimes have in particular abilities. But all creatures around them gain vulnerability to piercing damage, unless they have resistance or immunity to such damage. But that's actually very interesting, as Baal, when he is in alternate appearance, he wears a long curved dagger that drips blood. And for the Night Blade, if you're looking at the stats, they always wear a dagger as well, to implement that they are the followers of Baal, of course. And a dagger is doing piercing damage, and because of the aura that they are gaining from their, so say, deity, they are like everyone around them gain vulnerability for that, which is really, really interesting. There are not like a lot of, for as far as I know, there are not a lot of creatures that have these kinds of abilities. I read something about Baal, Sansji, which is maybe interesting.
Like D&D lore or actual lore? Sometimes it confuses me a little bit.
D&D lore.
All right.
Yeah, as you are now, I'm talking about Dungeons and Dragons lore. If we're going for another Patreon to talk about, I think you have more knowledge about those.
Really depends on which one. If we're talking about Miracle, I might know a thing or two.
Oh, I can't wait to talk a whole session about that, because
oh man, I'd be
so
jibber-jabbering about that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of Bones, almighty Lord, what a miracle. All right, enough jokes.
Which I was reading about Baal, that he always carries a red handkerchief somewhere on his person, which is really interesting, because I couldn't find why he is wearing or carrying that with him.
Because he's with the Farmers Association, of course.
Probably indeed.
Like a bandana.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's an interesting point that they are especially saying that, because it is a feature on person that stands out. At least the color red is, of course, a very distinctive color. But yeah, it's an interesting question, I think. for the rest of the Night Blade stat block, it's not very interesting. It says, of course, it said chaotic evil of alignment, which is very, very true. Evil is, of course, they want to hurt people. They have nothing to wish you any good luck, let me say so.
They might have a thing called lacking all sympathy or empathy.
Mm-hmm. They want you to fear, and they want you to die eventually. Apparently the Night Blade doesn't wear any armor, just 12. So that's very nice, because then we are gonna design like what Sansji is already doing. Any cloth that's the
hack and slash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And maybe that's because of like their high stealth. They don't want any cling clang from metal armor around them. Because their stealth is a +6, which is for a starting NPC that we can encounter very, very high. Most skills that you encounter in NPCs are mostly like +3 or 4 in the beginning of a story, so a +6 definitely stands out. Next to having a proficiency in stealth, they also have a proficiency in intimidation, but that of course is lower as it is a starting NPC, it is a +4. I think the intimidation that they give the NPC is coming from Baal, which is a very interesting. If you ever see him, you're probably not gonna survive that, but he's a very interesting.
Depends on your DM if they're kind enough to let you go, you know. The whole ordeal, come work for me. I love your work. Party could be evil.
Yeah, then it could be interesting, but also it could be that it should be like worked in really well with the story, because why should the God of Murder just let you walk? That's an interesting one.
A good offer. A good deal.
Mm-hmm. More killings. That always works.
Spread my work.
Because for Baal, if you're gonna see him, he has a form of a hulking brute that's armed with a long curved dagger that drips blood. That's the curved dagger we already knew. And in this form, he only wears a tattered loincloth. That's maybe also why the Night Blade is not wearing armor, because mostly the followers are mimicking some things of course, the deity. So if the deity is not wearing any armor, they are not. And he is hairless. That they are saying that's specific, and I'm wondering why that is for this deity.
Maybe he got many horns stacked or something. Really depends on what they want to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or it could be hinting toward, and this is just me tracking things back tracing toward our society. Did you know that orphans back in the day always had bald heads? So they always have shaven heads because of lice, and to prevent that. So maybe, and this is very far-fetched for Sod, Baal had a very unfortunate poor beginning, and that's why he's bald.
Ooh.
And that's why he's murdering people around. I don't know. Revenge of the Orphan.
Revenge of the Orphan. I think it's if anyone knows a little bit more of the history of Baal, please say so in the chat. We'd like to find out. I don't know if he's an orphan and where he's coming from.
Yeah, no, I'm just making up stuff.
Deities always come from interesting. So there are deities that are born from the deaths of other deities. There are deities that are made from splitting personalities of deity. So where Baal is coming from, I do not know. Maybe I'm going to search it up in a minute, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. And next to being hairless, he is covered with bleeding wounds caused by a slashing blade. I don't know why. Maybe that's reflecting a little bit of the struggle in his past that we're gonna
Orphan.
Maybe find out later. Indeed, the orphan. Hard life of the orphan.
The hard knock life. Sorry, but not really. I'm not sorry. I gotta be honest. Come on, man.
And the face of Baal in this form is a skull flayed of his flesh and surrounded by a halo of blood. Halo, sorry, it's pronounced halo. Halo of blood. That's also... So I can understand the skill proficiency and intimidation, because if I am seeing this in real life somewhere, I would be intimidated. I would definitely...
I'm gonna say very stupid, because this is how the cat gets killed. I'm probably gonna ask for, like, can I take a picture with you? Your outfit looks so dope.
Yeah, I believe that you're gonna do that.
I was mistaken for some cosplayer having done their utmost to pull it together.
I don't know if everyone already, like, cosplay Baal. Probably someone ever did it.
Maybe it was a D&D player who done it.
Oh. I am really, really interested in that. Like,
you can look it up on Google. Maybe it exists. I don't know.
I'm gonna do a quick search.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use Mr. Google too, because I forgot how to draw a skull, even though I have one right over here, but this one has been drawn too, and I want something not drawn. Because I have to change it into gold magically for the ID that I had.
The moment I am searching Baal cosplay, I am only getting Baal without an age from Genshin Impact. So I'm gonna try if I with edition, if I put that behind it, if I find any cosplays of it. But sadly, no, I don't think anyone ever did it. That's interesting. So,
ooh.
But yeah, it's a hard one. I mean, if you have to be like skull-faced without any flesh, that's...
Oh, this does appear to be some Roman gladiator human skull bone clones, osteology, can't even pronounce that one. Reproductions from someone, so pardon the reference. Paste. Because I did a Google search and I'm just grabbing it. I am not drawing over it, but this is my reference, so I'm going to need it. Really love to have a bit of a more gritty feel to it, and when I saw that this particular replica was missing a couple of teeth, well, piqued my interest. Like, maybe they had an actual skull or something and they poured gold over it, or gold over their enemy as they suffered, and then they wear their face as a mask.
Ooh.
I think that would fit the Night Blade. Like, in order to join the cult, you have to do something so heinous. So you'd have to melt someone's face off, letting them die like that, by pure gold. Which is a reference to Game of Thrones. Last seasons we don't talk about, they don't exist.
But there are really interesting murders that we're gonna talk.
Oh yeah.
Impress the followers of Baal.
So that could be like, their first murder has to be their mask.
Ooh, that would be indeed a very interesting, like, low ranks, how to get in there. Yeah.
How to get into there, because you have to join such a with a deity that is so benevolent. Or yeah, benevolent is something else. Sorry. Apart from that, I mean, unforgiving. So I'd say pour gold over your victims when they are still living. And that's how you kill them, and you wear their mask as a reminder that you did this.
Ooh, yeah.
So every mask has their own details.
Mm-hmm.
As grim and sorrow as that sounds.
Yeah, their own story of it.
Yeah. This poor chapper might have been missing a couple of teeth. I also want the lower jaw to be connected as well. Because they're using the entire school part for their... And you might ask yourself, oh, but isn't that part of the jingle jangle that you don't want? I don't think so, because they probably have it as a mask and probably bound tightly to them, so it doesn't clatter, so the jaw doesn't go up down to maintain their stealth, of course.
Blizzard Fox is talking about Skeletor.
Hold up. Well, yeah. He-Man. I said, hey, yeah. What's going on? Oh, memorabilia. Oh, I love Skull Studies.
I think Skeletor has some reference to Baal himself, as he also has the skeleton that's flayed of his flesh. And he's wearing less...
No, Skeletor is actually a victim in this case, and a Night Blade would be the culprit. The way I'm describing it, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we want some cracks over here. Oh, it's not going to be pretty. I mean, that's a heinous death. I don't think you'd recognize the human skull to be real in first instance. You'd have to get up real close to actually notice that the grim truth behind a mask lies beyond fabrication.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. Maybe that's why they're getting their proficiency in intimidation because of the mask. Because indeed, first glance, it would be, oh no.
Oh no, that is real. Oof, 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 oof.
And it would perfectly disguise for any Night Blade to just go through the city, or at least in the killing situation.
Oh, people would avoid them, like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
Like if those kind of rumors were a thing in real life, I'd be avoiding those guys too. Like, I'm not gonna near them. I want to end up as the next fancy mask that they're wearing.
Nope. No. Luckily, there is some sort of police control around the city in Baldur's Gate. Otherwise, those things having they're ruling there. Yeah, they are a bit vibrable, but I mean, they still want to live by themselves. So if they know that if they're gonna the Night Blades giving their full freedom, they're gonna also end up next.
Yeah.
So, for the followers of Bali of multiple ranks, we now are drawing the Night Blade. For if you're interested, the next rank up are called Reapers. Little reference to indeed the killing to death itself. And the highest ranks are called let me see, Death's Head.
I made a layer mistake.
Oh, what did you do?
Oh, look at this. Boop. I've been drawing on the wrong layer, but that's okay. I can just copy paste and yeet this one out of there. Bloop. Paste.
Oh, yes.
Was my reference layer.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna merge. also thank you, Blizzard Fox.
It indeed starts to look really cool.
I need my reference. Don't click it away. You know, that's the power of references, people. Keep them close.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe two teeth or something over there. Poor chap. Didn't have much going for him. Maybe they kinda, you know, not all teeth were able to be preserved during the melting your face off, but I would honestly not know how. I do know that it's gonna be hecka painful if you're getting molten gold poured over you, but regardless of the Game of Thrones reference, it's the only thing I got to go by. I don't know, and I don't want to know to be to make that clear. Oof.
No, it's not an experiment we
No.
are gonna try.
I don't want to try it, and I don't want to see it. Because I would need a therapist.
Yep.
That's for sure. I would definitely need a therapist if I were to ever witness such a horrid event and had to stand by and not be able to do something.
Ooh, somebody in chat wants to face them in the campaign.
Well, we're playing a different campaign at the moment. As for people that I DM for, I could say my party. I might toss it at their faces, really depending if they're watching on the stream or not. If they're not, I might use it. Might. Depending on where they're going, because this adventure that they're following goes bonkers.
But we already have something of the cult, so the cult could be an interesting point in either Baldur's Gate, of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This campaign.
Could be. We do
Yeah,
have some cross points.
Ooh, maybe there's like doing a murder mystery where they are the parties like getting asked to solve a murder where the person is indeed like head is melted down and they have to discover
Yeah,
why.
there's no head to be found no more. Like, and there's some gold lingering on the corpse, the remainders. And they only have to identify the poor bastard by the rest of the body without the head.
And eventually they found out that this is how you get into Val's
That's
order.
how you join the Horde.
I actually think that's a very interesting one-shot to play.
Yeah. A murder mystery.
Okay, I have to write it down. Maybe I'm gonna make one.
As you saw earlier, I've been stealing some colors from the gold reference that I picked out. Like this, boop! If you don't want to waste time or eye gouging, like, oh, I want it here, I want it there, and I want just like... You just pick some colors, do some color picking. Like I said, all the photos are your libraries in terms of colors. Really feel bad for the poor chap. And I'm the one who came up with it. Oof.
But it ends up with a great idea. Comes up why they are having the proficiency in intimidation. Gives them a like.
Yeah, they're bloody murders. They're horrible. They're right, horrible people.
Yeah.
And maybe a bounce light. What I want to do over here are these little droplets that is in the symbol. I wanted to give them leather patches, so it's not actual jewelry, because jewelry would have perhaps the clink clank clink clang, even though they're far enough spread from one another not to make the clink clang noise. I think leather patches would be the better choice.
Yeah. Still gives an interesting...
It gives us still an interesting enough appearance, as it's woven into this piece of rope that they are wearing. And yeah, it doesn't do anything to, blemish their stealth. And I have it, cross hatches. Don't mind me, I'm playing with brushes. Boop, boop. Heck yeah.
I saw something other interesting in these stat blocks of a Night Blade. They have a very high speed. They have, instead of the normal 30 or maybe a 35 if you are like a wood elf or something, or maybe a little bit slower like 25 if you are a dwarf, they have 40 feet of movement speed.
They're like little monks crawling all over the place.
Yeah. I'm very interesting where that is coming from.
Maybe they're part monk.
Understand.
Like the cult that they joined this ritual, murdering and wearing the mask of their first victim. Then they kind of join the occult, which is also some sort of badass monks coming together and... I don't want to think about it. It's like the opposite of what a monk usually used to do. Like, they're goody two-shoes. These ones are bad. And you have then some master divisions among them who are master monks or something, but then the evil part of it. If you're still following me.
Yeah, I can understand indeed, yes. I think that's the best explanation, because I can't find any other reason why their speed would be higher than normal.
So that would mean that even when they at low levels, they would probably learn from these master monks to gain some monk-like abilities, which increases speed. Things like that.
Mm-hmm. So really interesting. Maybe there's, I don't think like Night Blade very exists in older editions. So I'm going to do a little check. I do not find, other than the stat block, a lot about Night Blades. So that's a shame.
No worries. What if, to make it more creepy and unsettling among these guys, that there's barely any differences between the higher leveled or the higher ranked ones and the newcomers, as they all are clad in the victim's face, and black robes, and that's that whole thing. That by the voice they recognize one another, or by perhaps some signature or something very small that you'd have to be in it to know it. So it's very difficult for players to have a firm strategy against them to take out their leader first, because where is the leader is the whole question.
Yes.
That could also add to the intimidation fact. Like, anyone could be highly skilled or none of them could be skilled. Like, such a risk engaging them. At least that's what I would do if I were a super bad organization leader or cultist. Make sure everyone's wearing the bloody same thing and no one knows whose skills lie where except for the ones who are in it.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting one. Because the Reapers do get some extra abilities. Eventually they get the ability to turn invisible and stuff like that, use a little bit of magic. But that's all, like, that doesn't change their appearances, like, in rank.
No, that's what you wear is what you are.
Yeah, the only thing that the highest rank does have something to change, that's why I called it Dead Hat. But I think it's an ability that if you're seeing it, it's already, like, way too late for most of the people. Because the Dead Hats, the highest ranking, can take on the skull-faced guise of their deity to terrify their prey. So that, like, again increases the intimidation, and in the stat blocks it actually gives a stun effect to their targets. Which, what I said, if you're seeing that kind of, like, gaze, it is almost too late for you. But I think that gaze and the thing could also be reflected in, like,
the what now? Sorry, I wasn't following you. I was too focused on the character.
Like, the Reaper of Baal is not giving, like, abilities that changes its appearance. Like, the Dead Hat, however, does have an ability to
yeah, but we're drawing a Night Blade and not a Reaper.
Yes, but we're also talking about the clothes.
Yeah, we're talking about the different features and stuff.
Yes.
But hey, next time we could also draw a Reaper. I mean, if you wanna.
Oh no, I was more talking about, like, you were saying that they can't, like, you can see the leader until. Yeah,
just that they're all wearing the same stuff, so it's super difficult to see, like, who's in charge. You'd have to really watch what they're saying and their actions that they take. So it's confusing for rookie adventurers. So rookie adventurers skip hunting them down. Yeah, because they're too dangerous. They're too much for rookies. Gives a good reason for a party to feel extra heroic when they beat the group like that. Because it takes good planning and good strategy to really get onto them. Because of course there are tells, like a leader gives commands, he verbally commands the troop. But if they all look the same, it's very difficult for the new adventurers, like, oh shit, and they start to get nervous or panic. And it's something you shouldn't be doing in front of these guys.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, that was more of the thing that I was going at.
Yeah, and I was talking about that as well. Like, the Reaper does only get some, like, magic abilities as they are, like, higher ranking, but nothing that change their appearance. And the Dead Hat does have a feature that is interesting. But I think that could also complete with the golden mask that they are creating while they're becoming a Night Blade. That's that they are that they take on the full skull-faced guise of their deity to terrify their prey. But we already made sort of a mask for them. But I think it could be interesting that sort of while people, like, for example, look in that like that mask, if you're a higher ranking, you have the ability that's called Stunning Gaze, where it targets one creature. And I think if we're playing it with the mask, it would end up something like, if you're gazing upon it, they're seeing something horrified. They are actually fully believing, if they're failing their wisdom saving throw, that it is indeed only a skull that they're looking at.
Yeah, you're staring at the last
Yeah.
remnants of one of their victims who's probably died a very painful death, so the skull is not a pretty sight to see.
Mm-hmm. And that ability eventually could stun a player character. So yeah, for the rest, if they are not using the abilities, they are unrecognizable of the ranks. Because everybody already has the mask, because that's how you get into the cult.
Yeah, how you get in.
They're really, really nasty. Oof.
Also, if you're from a game studio or you happen to know a game studio, you can always hire me for a job.
Yeah. Especially WotC is great also in by the concept of the characters. Like we already do now 40 minutes of the stream, we made an art piece, but we also thought about how a character gets into the cult of Baal and what's their special feature.
Certainly, we jam up a whole lot of things together.
Mm-hmm.
Even better yet, hire us both.
Yes.
Like
yeah,
a
if
package
we're gonna
deal.
do if we could be hired for this kind of, I would love to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gonna sound very wrong with me because like, oh, you shouldn't do underpaid work or something. I don't care. I just want a job, and that would be my dream job.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be able to design characters, talk about them, come up with them, and see how they contribute to a lovely campaign or how aesthetic they feel. And oh man, I gotta say, you know what? Over these past lovely little live streams that we've been having, I have a bit of a hunch or a feeling that I'm getting faster and better at doing this as we speak and talk about it, and we get more chill about our subjects. It's nice.
Yeah, I really love it. They bring me also a lot of maybe a one-shot even now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, do update me on your one shot if you're gonna write that. I want in.
Mm-hmm.
I want in.
We're gonna yes, definitely, because now this art can't miss that one shot. That should be in there.
More. Also, I do want to give a bit of a shout out to our Duchies and Dragons, where they are an amazing, as the name suggests, Dutch D&D store, and they're soon gonna be selling an art piece of mine.
Which one?
Haha, I am not telling because I had to create it this week. It'll be a surprise, but I can say it is legendary. So I'm doing a little bit of promotion stuff over here, of course, promoting my own work as well. So people, if you're interested, you can go check them out at dutchiesanddragons.nl. And the and is E-N. So E from Edward and the N from Nikolai.
I placed it into the chat so that people can look them up.
Yes.
If they're interested.
Well, yes, you really got it. Thank you. I also have very nice dice. Their dice. Ah.
Yeah, they have such lovely dice in their web shop. So lovely.
Yes, sometimes I'm really jealous. Like, oh, I want all of them. But no, I can't have that because I. Man, yes. I'd be a poor bastard if I did that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you already place the link into the chat that people can donate and help us upgrade?
Well, I did actually added Nightbot to spam it around every 20 minutes, but I haven't seen it, so you hold on. And I did a little update there too, perhaps towards your liking, as you told me so. Oh, come on.
It's now doing it. Now
it's doing a thing, but yeah, it's not doing the entire sentence, just a part of it. But I like this one too. It's like whatever, Nightbot is Nightbot. It's doing a thing.
But your art piece is coming this week on Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, it's for King's Day. I can give that spoiler away. It's a special tribute to our loveliest king birthday.
Can't wait.
We certainly packed a punch, so keep an eye on the website on what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. And maybe we're gonna do, we can do a shout out next week to your art.
Then they're already live at the project, because it's for King's Day.
Yes, but I think, that we're just giving a little bit more extra attention to it.
Ah, yeah. That sounds good.
Because now it's a secret, still.
It's a little bit of a secret because I can't spoil it too much because I do want to be a little more nuanced about it. No one can see it yet, and everyone's like hush, hush, hush. I did accidentally show my mother before knowing that I had to not show anyone. Oh well.
Yeah, but mothers can keep their mouth shut.
No, mine is not capable of doing that. No,
Oh.
she's not. But luckily it'll be contained to the family only.
Good.
Oh,
I'm also very
mustache.
curious. Checking it on King's Day now.
Yeah, it should be available on King's Day.
And is it going to be like an PNG that you're buying then, or is it included in some of their stuff?
It's going to be of course going to be art, and there's also some design going on, and and some a very small story attached to it. It's more of like an item purchase.
Now I'm even more curious.
I know, I betcha.
And it's also nice to have another shout out again. We are up and down with those. Sometimes we have them, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, we tend to forget about them, or sometimes we're spamming them around. Really is a thing. I believe Nightbot Dearest forgot that we still have some time left on our stream and decided to get rid of the music. If you'll allow me. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, it's very soft. I didn't hear it.
That's the case.
No, not this one again. Another one. I think I've heard most of them already like 1,000 times because this is my streaming music and I don't dare to be so dapper with it. Underneath in our About section you can find out who made the lovely musical tunes. It's made by Alexander Nakarada and it's royalty free, which is why I'm using it, and I don't dare using anything else other than the sweet tunes that he made.
No, we don't want any problems with
No,
copyright.
it's like copyright strikes are a real thing and I don't want them.
Nope.
Nope, sorry. I'm just doing a little bit of scratches and scratches somewhere. It's like there, over here. And if I really think about it, I could do some heavier shading. Boop. Don't want that. light falling this way, so it's like they're walking underneath a canopy of trees or something like that. I used to have brushes for this Photoshop. Follow me. I'll go look if I can do something. No. I had some brushes up here somewhere. Aha. Ooh. Alright. Multiplier.
Blizzard Fox actually mentions that one of the songs of the song artist that you are mentioning was a little bit of an inspiration for his character Lee.
Oh. That's cool.
In the early stages, he said at least.
Dum, dum, dum. Hey, if I had more time, I'd definitely be going for more of a canopy, shadow light situation, rather than just going at random spots and trying to make it look like as if.
Yeah, I think brushes are way better for those things.
Oh, I just used a brush actually.
Yeah, I saw already. Help.
Five more minutes to go, and I have some clouds. I just want to do this. And here, or meh.
Yeah, they are indeed very good. Very good itself. So indeed, it's always a bit of mist and dark.
Yeah, just experimenting with some brushes that I have. What do I know? Yeah, it just gave me an idea. I don't mind it. I don't mind this either. Nice. Alright. I don't know if they can breathe smoke or something, but hey.
I don't know. But why should they have smoke?
I don't know, I'm just doing something. They thought it looked cool.
Yeah, but we're also thinking and talking about the character, so why would you have smoke in such a situation?
I don't know, maybe he's smoking. I just thought of it. This one, I just don't know. I'm just throwing something stupid. Poison breath. Maybe he inhaled the fog that he stepped into or something.
Yeah, the chat says more intimidation. I think even more, maybe going to the thing of stealth. Like you're meeting, like for this encounter in Baldur's Gate, you're gonna encounter them inside the bathhouse. Could work on the steamy beds that are already there, like a little bit more of the smoke. And could help, of course, with our stealth.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I already did that, but it wasn't looking so good. That's why I saw that way and took a gummy and erased that. At least I know Attack on Titan is capable of drawing it pretty good, but yeah. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the smoke on a separate layer, just, it's for fun. And we're running out of time.
Yes, we still have 2 more minutes and then we're gonna probably raid someone if there's someone online.
Yeah, if one of my pals is online, surely I'm gonna go raid. If not, then I'm just gonna sit it out.
But I think indeed the smoke works really well with the encounter in the bathhouse. Gives a little more of area.
Oh yeah, because it's an enclosed space and stuff, it will move quickly and it's damp already, so it lingers.
Yeah,
and it gives them a home advantage.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be that strange because they're like the bathhouse, if it's steamy, the warmth of the bath is already giving that kind of atmosphere. So
there we go. Maybe this is a lovely final version, just like there we go. I've been messing around with final version as well. Anyway, just gonna make a little copy over here. Whee! Turn this one off and then merge all of this together. Merge. Oh, that did not work. Undo. Error. It's okay, mate, because we have some colorful things over here with stuff lightning that collides with our background, because it hasn't been merged yet, so you gotta leave it. What I can do is drag it into a map. Special effects. No, I cannot even do that. No, never mind. by map. I'll just have to name a few. Yeah, and that's it for tonight. The final result, some smoke breathing, Night Blade, and I have to press on the save button fairly quickly. Save, don't forget to save. Alright, let's see if there's people whom we can rate. Yes, we can. Someone's playing Minecraft. One of our fellow friends, I see Moo, so we're gonna go start a rate. And start!
Yes, let's do that.
Ooh, I believe they're busy with, I think just the server that they've been building on. And
Yes,
rating
something about the
now.
flying scout?
Alright, I'll talk to you later, RedOneArt.